Now, Rajivji, any doubts? Curry means is your mother tongue Telugu? తెలుగు వారేనా మీరు? ఎక్కడ మీరు సంస్థానం?
విశాఖపట్నం అండి.
నేను విశాఖపట్నంలో 12 సంవత్సరాలు ఉన్నాను. ఎంఏ, పిహెచ్డి, తర్వాత అసోసియేట్ గా కూడా ఆంధ్ర యూనివర్సిటీ 76 నుంచి 88 దాకా ఉన్నాను. 88 అక్టోబర్ 1 సెంట్రల్ యూనివర్సిటీ జాయిన్ అయ్యాను హైదరాబాద్.
అయితే మీకు వేదుల సుబ్రహ్మణ్య శాస్త్రి గారు తెలుసా?
మామూలుగా తెలియలేదు, మన పుస్తకాలు పంపించారు కూడా. తెలుగు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆయన, నేను సంస్కృతం డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఉన్నాను.
అలాగా నాకు తెలియదు.
ఎందుకంటే ఆయన దగ్గర పనిచేయలేదు కదా, పెద్దంటి కొడుకు అయితే వేదుల సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారు మా దగ్గర పనిచేసేవాడు. శాస్త్రి గారు ఏమో తెలుగులో ఉండేవాడు. బికాజ్ మీకు నాకు మధ్యలో పెద్ద ఒక్కొక్కటి పెట్టుకొస్తారు. అంటే అంటే సుమంగళి సినిమా వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇంకా ఎలా పెట్టుకుంటారు మొత్తం అంతా చెప్పుకునేవాడు. ఆయన మాఘంలోంచి అక్కడ విశేషాలు రాస్తూ పుస్తకాలు ప్రచురించారు. పుస్తకాలు బాగా చదువుకున్నారు ఆయన. మాకు పంపించారు నాకు ఆ మధ్యన మాట్లాడండి. మాకు బాగా చాలా సన్నిహితులు.
మాకు కూడా మా ఇంటి పక్కనే ఉంటారా ఆయన.
మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉంటారు?
నేను బెంగళూరులో ఉంటానండి. చాలా అదృష్టవంతుడిని. మీది దగ్గర కొంచెం నేర్చుకోవడానికి నాకు అవకాశం కలిగింది.
మీరు ఏం చేస్తుంటారు ఇప్పుడు?
నేను సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీలో పనిచేస్తున్నానండి ఇక్కడ బెంగళూరు. ఇప్పుడే ప్రవేశం.
Sai Krishna, you see that I have sent that this thing now that you have distributed to everybody. Today's.
Yes, I have shared.
And did you send it or not?
Yes, I have sent.
I already sent. Okay, now let us. Okay, do you know what is the technique that so that I can have the control upon that up and down? Not yet.
Yeah, we have done it with other people. I have done it already, but once again I will.
Earlier to this, another one was there, Panchakam Pratipadika. This is the latest one, I think. Yes, this is also there. Otherwise, let us do one thing. These things we have touched in the last class. Let us first finish these things. Babaji? Let us finish these things because last week I gave all this text. Only points only I told you, but slokas also I might have given, but I don't know whether you have noted down or not because it was going at full speed. So now this material will be with you with the full reference. I shall just explain. Okay?
All right.
Japasiddhananji, any doubts in the earlier classes?
No. Samyak. Kushalam. Amam.
Vishayas spashtam avagatas kela?
Amam.
See, last week we were discussing. There are three things. Actually, this I sent to Vedanta on Monday and Wednesday classes because Jnana is there. There in the Shabda Shastra, Grahyatvam, Grahakatvam. So now Vakyapadi is a text that he covers all the darshanas. So now what is the point? See, there are three things in the world where we take that thing, okay, and also the one that is expressed or denoted, okay, that thing also we take. Grahyatvam, Grahakatvam. Two things will be there. Grahyatvam is getting that Shabda. Grahakatvam is the Shabda will be useful in knowing the thing it refers to. Ghataha, you said. You have Ghata Shabda Jnanam. And also, Artha is there, Ghata in the form of Ghata. That also is being known. So, Grahyatvam, Grahakatvam cha. Okay, Deshakti, yeah. Let's take the first one, Jnanam, then we will go to Shabda and Tejas. Atma Ropam Yatha Jnane, Nyaya Ropam cha Drishyate, Artha Ropam Tatha Shabde, Swarupam cha Prakashate. What is the context, first of all? Why should we take these things? We are going to study first sutram in Karaka Prakaranam, Pratipadika Artha, etc. What is Pratipadika Artha? Panchakam Pratipadika Artha. 5 things are there that are denoted by a Pratipadika.
Acharya, you are invisible.
Sorry. 1 minute. Oh, sorry. It's not God, 1 minute. Start video. Now?
Yes.
I forgot to just switch on, switch off. Because once you go full speed in Shastra, we will forget Loka. Okay. So now what happens is, we are going to study Pratipadika Artha, etc. Sutram, Pani Sutram. There, Patanjali in Mahabhashyam explains that there are 5 meanings. Panchakam Pratipadika Artha. Some people said Chatushkam Pratipadika Artha, Trikam, Dvikam, Ekam, like that. That I will come back and explain one by one. In Vyakarana Bhoshana Sara, these things are given. That was also will touch. But in that Pratipadika Artha, Patanjali says, Swartham Abhidhaya. The Pratipadika first denotes this Swartha. What is Swartha? 6 things are there that I will discuss taking Kayata. Then among them, Swarupam is also one. Shabda Swarupam, not only Artha, Shabdasya Swarupamapi, Shabdasya Pratipadika Arthatvena Svikaraniya. Swarupam Svikaraniya. For example, Samropam Shabdasya Ashabda Samjna, take the Panini Sutra. What does Panini mean? In Loka, if a Shabda is pronounced, the Artha will be taken. But in my Shastram, Panini Ashtadhyayi, when I say some Shabda, you take the Shabda itself rather than Artha. Except in the case of some Samjnas like Vruddhi, Guna, Bha, Ghu, etc. If it is a Shabda Samjna, Vruddhi, for example, if I say Vrujaya Vruddhi, there you take the meaning of Vruddhi. What is the meaning of Vruddhi? First Sutram, Vruddhi Radhaich. A, I, O. These 3 letters are called by the name Vruddhi. There you take the meaning. Otherwise, quite opposite to what you are doing in Loka, you take the Shabda itself. What is the example? Agne Dhako, Agne Dhak. Agni Shabdat Sasya Devata ityathe, Agni Devata Asya ityathe, Dhak Pratyaya. Dha is replaced by Eya. Ayaneyi, Niye, Pratakachagham, Pratyayadinam, Sotram is there in 7th Adhyaya. So Eya. Agni, Eya, Dhak, Kakara is there now, Adivruddhi. Agneya. Here, when Panini says add Dhak to Agni, one may come and say on a piece of paper he may write Dhak and drop in Agni. Because Panini said Agni. Agni means in our house there is Agni. Panini said add Dhak. So just I will write on a piece of paper Dhak and then drop it in Agni. Is it okay? There Panini says, I know you are so clever, you are smart, and you are going to do this thing. But that's why I said some ropam shabdasya. Shabda swarupam only you take. That means Agni Shabda only you take. Don't take the meaning of Agni. Is it clear? But when Vruddhi, Guna, etc., then you take Vruddhi means A, I, O. Gunaha means Adeng Gunaha. A, E, O are Guna. Like that you take the meaning there. This is the meaning of this general, this Sutram. Sutram Pratyakshatam. Patanjali said this, so without this Sutram also, we can run the show. That is just to say, otherwise nobody should edit Panini. That is already said in under Ruddhiradich. Okay, we have already discussed. No. So Shabda Swarupam is also an Artha of a Shabda. Jati will be there, Dravyam will be there, Guna, Kriya, all those things will be there. Sankhya, Karakam, all those things will be there. But the Shabda Swarupam also will be there. That is clarified by. So actually, this we have to take. Roughly, it is taken in Vedanta, Nyaya, Nyaya Vaisheshika, and Vyakarana. In these 2 sutras. So first he says, Atma Ropam Yatha Jnane, when Jnanam, a person has got Ghata Jnanam. What does it mean? Ayam Ghataha iti Jnanam. Saha Prapnoti. Isn't it? At the same time, the Ghata Vastu is also there now. So this Shabda is Grahaka of that Artha also. So Jnanarupam is already gotten. Jnaya, Jnatum Yogyam Jnayam. Arhathe, Arhe Kuchitachya Yat Parcheha. Jnaya means the thing to be known. That means a concrete fact. Ghata. Is it clear? So Ghata Shabda Jnana you will get. Ghata Artha Jnana also you are getting. This is what is meant by two things. Okay. So Atma Rupam Jnanasya Rupam Yatha Jnane Jnaya Rupam cha drishyate tatha Shabde Swarupam Artharupam cha prakashate. So the form of Shabda Akara, Gakara, Nakara, Ikara, Visarga Agnihi iti Shabda. As well as the outside Agni, the thing that is there denoted by the Shabda Agni. Is it clear? That is the meaning of first shloka. Then he goes to apply the same Nyaya or logic, whatever you call it, to Shabda and light also. Kanti, Tejas. Grahyatvam grahakatvam cha dveshakti tejaso yatha tathaiva sarva shabdanam ete prathagavasthite. Any shabda you take, they may be vachaka, lakshaka, vyanjaka, or tatparya grahaka, whatever it may be you take. There, two shaktis will be there, two shabda. Just like how Tejas, when you switch on the light, okay, the light you can see the light as well as the things that are there earlier could not be seen because of darkness. Those things are also made visible. That means in Tejas also you look at the Kanti light as well as the things that are made visible by Kanti. So Grahyatvam, okay, Grahakatvam, two Shakti. The same rule, whatever is there in the case of Jnana and Tejas, is applicable to what you call Shabda. Is it clear? Both the verses are clear. Tathaiva, just like in the case of Tejas, two Shaktis are there. Okay. Those Shaktis, what are the Shaktis? Grahyatvam, Grahakatvam. Grahyatvam means Swayam, it is available. Shabda is available. That means the form of a Shabda. This is useful not only in Vyakarana but outside also. Now suppose you say the tree fell with a Shabda, patat pataditi. Anukarana Shabdas are there. For example, Anukarana Shabdas are there. Vishnu Mucharaya. That means you pronounce the Shabda Vishnu. Gayatri Mucharaya. You pronounce Gayatri mantra. Isn't it? So there, Gayatri Mucharaya. Gayatri means the Shabda Swarupa of Gayatri mantra. Okay. So Shabda Swarupa also should be taken as a meaning of one of the meanings of a Shabda. That is what is explained in both the verses. Next. Unless and until you get the Shabda, and the Shabda has got some connection with one thing or the other, you cannot get the meaning. A Shabda should have, okay, connection, Vishayatva, with something or the other. Otherwise, the Artha is not known. Simply since it is there, Satta, the meaning cannot be achieved. You cannot be gotten. No. That is what is explained. Vishayatva manapannaihi shabdairnarthah prakashyate nasattayaivaterthanam agurhitah prakashakaah. Simply by Satta, the existence of Shabda, whatever meaning is being denoted by the Shabda cannot be achieved if a Shabda is not connected with an Artha. Vishayatvam anapannaihi. Vishayatva means becoming a subject of a shabda. By that kind of shabda, arthaha na prakashyate. They cannot be denoted by shabda. Simply since shabda is there, kevalam satta is there, satta is existence. Okay? Arthanam agruhitaha arthanam prakashakaha na bhavanti. No. They cannot denote the meaning without connection with any artha. Therefore, shabda and artha, every shabda should have connection with some artha or the other. Then only that particular shabda can denote some artha. Is it clear?
Mahodaya,
Ah.
विषयत्वम् अनापन्नैः विषयत्वं कस्य विषयत्वम् आपद्यते शब्दः?
शब्दस्य विषयः कश्चन भवेत् किल घटशब्दः वर्तते. घटशब्दः घटरूप अर्थेन घटशब्दस्य को विषयः? अर्थरूपः घटः एव. विषयो नाम विशेषेण सिनोति बध्नाति इति विषयः. विपूर्वक श्री बन्धने धातोः एरच् अच् प्रत्ययः विषयः इति भवति किल. अस्य सूत्रस्य अयं शब्दः विषयः. That means this is the example of this particular sutra, something like that. Isn't it? तस्मात् घटशब्दस्य घटः पदार्थरूपः घटः विषयः. पटशब्दस्य पदार्थरूपः वस्तुरूपः पटः अर्थः. यदि घटशब्दस्य पदार्थरूपघटेन विषयत्वं न स्यात् तर्हि घटशब्दः घटपदार्थम् अर्थं न प्रकाशितुं शक्नोति. Is it clear?
एवम् एवम्.
Acharya ji, now we have ghat shabda and then there is a ghata artha and then there is a gyan. So what exactly is this gyan?
Jnana means ayam ghataha iti jnana. Ghata shabdena ayam idam vastu bojyate iti jnana.
So is it like some kind of a sambandha between shabda and artha?
Actually we say jnana means condition because you see ghata shabda is there. You bring a child, a small boy who doesn't know what is what. You said ghataha. Ghata is already there before. But this boy does not have the jnana that the ghata shabda pronounced by you is the vachaka of purovarti ghata. Has he?
No.
No. That is jnana. So sambandha you said, actually sambandha, through sambandha only one will get jnanam. If there is no sambandha between ghata shabda and ghata artha, what kind of jnanam will one get? Isn't it?
Yes. And then sometimes the word jnana is also translated as like consciousness.
See, there are problems with these people. But what you are referring to, Siddhe Shabdartha Sambandhe Lokataha, we studied in Mahabharata.
Yes.
Shabda, Artha and Sambandha.
Right.
There also we got Jnanam, no? Yeno Charitena Sasana Langola Kakuta Koravishaninan Sampratyayo Bhavati. Gauhu, Sasana Langula Artha, Sampratyaha Jnana. Shabdartha Jnana and Sabdartha Pratyana, Mitrayatrat Adhyasat Sankha. That is also there, no?
Right.
These three things are keep aside Vyakaranam and Yogana Shastram for some time. Your question. Jnana means consciousness. Actually, Chaitanyam, okay, Jnanam, all these things are sometimes used as synonyms. What is Jnanam? Jna avavadhane, lit pratyaya. Isn't it?
Right.
Jnayate iti jnana. Okay? When it happens, if and only if that person has got
Chaitanya.
Chaitanyam, that means Chaitanyam means again what? Indriyas and Manas properly are there. Of course, at the bottom, Pratyakatma is there. You are also a Vedanta nowadays. You cannot simply say, I am only Vyakarana, only Vedanta. Yes, I know you can just combine both the things and explain. So, Pratyakatma is already there. But mind and Indriyas are there. When mind is there, then that particular person, it may be an animal, it may be a bird, it may be a person. We have no problem. That is eligible to have jnana. When jnanam is there, what will happen? He is conscious. Then what is the difference between a person without consciousness and with consciousness? Without consciousness, that person cannot get anything into the mind. So keeping all this background in mind, those people may say, jnana is consciousness. Strictly speaking, consciousness means back translation sometimes fails. Consciousness means chaitanya. And also chaitanya means manasika and sharirika both. Bhartrihari says in Brahmakanda, chaitanya apagate, when chaitanya is gone from the body, drishyate kashthakudhyavatu. It looks just like a dry stick, okay, or just like a wall. What does it mean? It is without consciousness. So jnanam, chaitanyam, and all these things, when you are explaining, slowly we have to separate and explain to people. Is it clear?
So sometimes the word jnanam is explained like a karana. Gyayate anenaite jnanam.
Karanartha litu pratyaya. Krityalji do bahalam sotram is there parin sotram. So bahala grahandena karanartha gyayate anena. By this, that means kArakam.
And sometimes it is called gyaptir jnanam.
That is the bhave.
So what is the difference between these two?
What happens is bhava means dhatvartha. Bhava eva hi dhatvartha ityavichinna agamaha. This is said by Vakyapadiyam. Okay. Bhava means only dhatvartha is said. Jnanam means when you say bhave, yaktir jnanam, okay, that whatever meaning of the root verb is there, that is being explained. What is the meaning of the root? Jna avabodhane. Avabodhane means to know. So gyatihi or jnanam bhave, to know. Jnanam karanarthe, it is an instrument, okay, in understanding something. How? Take a shabda like a ghata. Ghata shabda is there, ghata artha is there. It may be bodhartha, it may be bahyartha. We are not going into details. And this jnanam is useful in connecting, okay, ghata shabdena, ghata rupaha, arthaha, bodhyate. That kind of jnanam.
And what would be the example of gyapti?
Gyapti. Gyapti means this person has got gyapti. That means he is able, he is capable to understand if something is explained.
So gyapti is like a potential.
Potentially. Well, yes, capacity or potential, whatever you call it. So sometimes it is used as a synonym, paryaya shabda of jnana. Tin pratyaya, striyam tin. Okay. So while explaining whether it is Vyakarana or Vedanta, and also what is the context, Prakaranam, Sandarbha generally called. What is the Prakaranam? That you have to keep in mind, a teacher has to keep in mind and explain properly. There will be doubts, no doubt about it.
No doubt about the doubt.
Huh?
No doubt about the doubt.
Achinoti arthaniti acharya. Who is acharya? Achinoti arthan. He collects, he puts together so many things. Otherwise, one has to go through so many shastras and study and understand. Maybe he has to approach so many gurus. They may be in a position, may not be in a position to teach in an integrated manner. And all these are problems, especially today.
महोदय भाव इत्यस्य एकः कारिका उक्ता भवता भर्तृहरेः एकः श्लोकः उदाहृतः भवता भाव एव
हि धात्वर्थः I think I have given it भाव एव हि धात्वर्थः इत्यविच्छिन्न आगमः
इत्यविच्छिन्न आगमः
So since from Vruddhas it has been coming down, that bhava means dhatvartha only. Example, bhave ghai, pachanam pakaha. Pakaha is ghai pratyayanta. In which sense bhava, ragaha, bhave ghai, ranjirage, isn't it? So here what does Panini mean by bhava? That means dhatvartha only. That's why we said pachanam pakaha. Whatever is the meaning of pachanam, pachithatu, dopachash pake, the same is the meaning of paka also.
अस्य कारिकायाः उत्तरार्धः कः अस्ति महोदय?
उत्तरार्धम् अहं प्रशयिष्यामि.
एवम्
क्रियासमुद्देशे पदकाण्डे वर्तते अयञ्च द्वितीयः पादः प्रथमः पादः आसीत् मया दत्तं वा न वेति इदानीं स्मर्तुं शक्यते. यद्यपि अहं प्रशयिष्यामि. अत्यन्तं मुख्योऽयं विषयः. अपरञ्च अत्र भावशब्दस्य धात्वर्थः उक्तः एवं किल? वाक्यपदीये पदकाण्डे प्रथमतः आगच्छति जातसमुद्देशः. अस्माभिरपि प्रातिपदिकार्थः जाति इत्यादिकम् अस्माभिः विचार्यिष्यते. तत्र भर्तृभिर्न उक्तं सम्बन्धिभेदात् सत्तैव भिद्यमानागवादिषु जातिरित्युच्यते तस्यां सर्वे शब्दा व्यवस्थिताः तां प्रातिपदिकार्थं च धात्वर्थं च प्रचक्षते सा नित्या सा महान् आत्मा तामाहुस्त्वतलादयः. Quickly I shall give the meaning. Nayayika say there is no jati in jati. Vaiyakarana say first there is shabdatva jati, then in that there will be gotva jati, ghatatva jati, patatva jati, etc. So jato jati hi asti. Sambandhi bhedat, dravya bhedat, vyakti bhedat, sattaiva, whatever mahasatta, parabrahman is there, the same. Gavadishu bhidyamana. If you take Gauhu, there is one jati. If you take Ghata, there is another jati. If you Pata, Stri, Purusha, different jatis. Vidyamana Gavadishu Jatihi iti uchyate. The same thing is being called, Satta itself is called Jati. Are you getting? And for this Jati, Satta only, Nairukta said Jayate asti vadhate viparnamate pakshiyate venashyati shadbhava vikaraha. Keep it there. Jatirityuchyate tasyam sarve shabda vyavasthitaah. All the shabdas denote the jati, satta. Okay? Then different systems look at it differently. He is giving different systems. Tam pratipadikaarthancha dhatvarthancha prachakshate. Panini pratipadikat dhatoho. Pratipadikārtha dhatvartha he says in Ashtadhyayi. That is nothing but jati only. That means in Tadhitas you have tasya bhavas tatalo. Gotvam, gota, purushatvam, purushata, etc. Similarly in Krudanta you have bhave, ghai. Ragaha, pakaha, bhuktihi, muktihi, tin. Siyam bhave, tin. Like that there are prachay. What does the Panini mean by bhava in Tadhitas or Krudanta? Dhatvartha only. What is dhatvartha? Jati only. Tam pratipadikaarthancha dhatvarthancha prachakshate sanitya. Nayayikas call it nitya. Jati hi nitya nayayika namate. Sa mahan sankhya darshanam ye pathanti tairichite mahan. Sanitya sa maha atma vedantibihi sa jati hi uchyate atma iti. Tamahu tvataladayah tva tal ghayam tin ityadi प्रत्ययाः ये सन्ति तत्र व्याकरणशास्त्रे पाणिनिना उपदिष्टाः ते सर्वेपि प्रत्ययाः जातिमेव बोधयन्ति. Is it clear? So Mahasatta will be there first, that is direct. Brahman only, then Jato Jatihi, Mahasatta Mahajati, then Avantar Jati, like Ghatatva, Patatva, there will be so many. On top, Mahasatta. Is it clear? Babaji?
Yes, Acharya.
So, Now,
आचार्यः एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति न सत्तया एव ते अर्थानाम् अग्रहीताः इति तत्र न पुनः अग्रहीताः इति निषेधद्वयं दृश्यते तत्र
अगृहीताः अर्थात् ग्रहणं न सम्भवति, ग्रहणं नाम ज्ञानं न सम्भवति। अगृहीताः ज्ञानरहिताः विषयज्ञानरहिताः केवलं सत्ता वर्तते इति कृत्वा न हि पदार्थः सत्तां विभजति इति अस्माभिः चिन्तितं किल। एतत् पूर्वं गौः अस्ति इति गम्यते, वृक्षः अस्ति इति गम्यते इति महाभाष्ये उक्तं किल। सत्ता तु अस्ति अर्थः। See, someone may ask, why do you say विषयत्वम् अनापन्नैः? सत्ता इज ए विषय, वृक्षः वृक्षः अस्ति इति गम्यते महाभाष्यं। So satta is there. So for shabda, satta is a vishaya or not? Every shabda. Because astir bhavanti paraha prayajimanopi asti. Since sasta will definitely be there for everything, if no kriya is employed, chaitraha asti bhavati vidyate, we have to supplement with any one of these three verbs. Therefore satta is there. Then how can you say vishayatvam anapannaihi? Then he says, no. Sattaya eva, only satta is there. Agruhitaha, but not ghatatvena patatvena rupena jnana vishayatvam prapitaha. Tasmat arthanan na prakashakaha. They cannot denote the meanings respectively. Is it clear? Because this is Shastra, no, deep one goes. But beautifully he is explaining. Remember Babaji? He doesn't give any chance to others to raise any question. Satta is there. One doesn't know Artha. Keep aside Satta Gitta. Is it okay? Shadda denotes the meaning or not? No. Okay. Now, before going to study this, what you call Pratipadika Artha, we are going to study 5 meanings of Pratipadika, isn't it? In the beginning, what did we say? This Karaka Prakaranam is related to Vibhaktis, isn't it? That means Vibhakti gives the meaning of a Karaka. Is it clear? Clear. But when you said the Pratipadika Artha, then, okay, this Jati, Lingam, Vachanam, whatever call this Karaka, all these things are known. So that means a Karaka is already there in a Pratipadika. Then what Vibhakti is doing? So some people said only one is the meaning, Jati. Others said, no, Jati and Linga are the meanings. More said, Jati, Vachanam, Jati, Linga, Sankhya is also meaning. Jati, Dravyam also will come. Jati, Dravya, Linga, Sankhya, Karaka is also the meaning. If Karaka is also the meaning embedded in a Pratipadika, what this Vibhakti is doing? Jataka. Just it is there to make it understandable. Okay. No. Some people said, no. Actually, 5 meanings are not there. Only 1 meaning, 2 meaning, 3, 4 meanings like that. Then Karakam is not the meaning of Pratipadika. Then who will denote karaka and vibhaktyartha? Vibhakti only. Then vachika. Vibhakti hi vachika bhavati. यदि प्रातिपदिकार्थः कारकं न भवति, यदि प्रातिपदिकार्थेषु पञ्चसु कारकमपि वर्तते, तर्हि विभक्तिः न वाचिका किन्तु द्योतिका. Is it clear?
महोदय पंचार्थाः के जातः? जातिः, लिंगम, संख्या.
We are going to give, actually you have given those things somewhere. 1 minute. स्वार्थ,
हाँ,
द्रव्य, लिंग, संख्या, कारकानि.
द्रव्य, लिंग, संख्या, कारकाणि.
हाँ. Swartha, in Swartha, it can be Jati, it can be Sambandha, it can be Swarupa, it can be Saudhya. Like that, I shall explain. I have already given the material. We will take it up actually.
Okay.
But for the time being, take these 5 as meanings.
हाँ. जाति, लिंग, संख्या,
जहाँ जाति द्रव्य.
जाति द्रव्य.
Yet Jati, put Jati in bracket and make it Swartha. Swartha in bracket you may put Jati.
हाँ, स्वार्थ.
हाँ, स्वार्थ, द्रव्य,
एवं
लिंग, संख्या, कारकानि.
हाँ.
I'll quote Mahabhashyam and Kayata and explain slowly, vividly.
एवं.
Generally कि सामान्य रूपेण किमुच्यते एकस्य शब्दः शब्दस्य एकः अर्थः भवति इति. Is it correct?
एवं.
What एवं नाम correct इत्यर्थः साधु उक्तमिति वा?
न महोदय. न.
नहीं, एकस्य शब्दस्य लोके उच्यते एकस्य शब्दस्य एकः अर्थः भवति. उचितं वा अनुचितं वा?
धातोः अनेकार्थः इति उच्यते खलु?
नहीं, धातूनाम् उपसर्गाणां निपातानां च अनेकार्थत्वं भवति इति विषयान्तरं. That does not come here. Generally you take Ramah, Ghataha. How many meanings? Ghataha means only Ghataha, one meaning only? Who said?
एषोऽस्मि महोदय.
रामशब्देन रामत्व जातिरुच्यते,
एकत्व संख्या उच्यते.
रामरूप द्रव्यम् उच्यते, व्यक्तिः उच्यते किल?
व्यक्ति उच्यते.
रामः कश्चन व्यक्तिः.
एवं.
ततश्च रामः इति पुंलिङ्गशब्दः इति उच्यते किल? अकारान्त पुंलिङ्गो रामशब्दः. लिङ्गमुच्यते किल? तर्हि रामः रामौ रामाः इति एकवचन द्विवचन बहुवचनानि उच्यन्ते. वचनमपि उच्यते. पाणिनेः पूर्वं संख्यायाः वचनम् इति नाम. तस्मात् तेनैव व्यवहारः. ततश्च रामः इति प्रथमा विभक्तिः इत्युच्यते, अर्थात् कारकम्. पञ्च अर्थाः तत्र सन्ति प्रातिपदिकस्य. किम् एकमेव अर्थः इति केन उच्यते? शास्त्रम् अधीतं वा न वा? नाधीतम्. Is it clear? किं बाबाजी? फुल रसकंदाय.
नमस्ते आचार्य, एकः प्रश्नः. तर्हि प्रतिशब्दस्य बहवः अर्थाः भवन्ति इति वयं भावयामः किम्?
यत्र युज्यते तत्र भविष्यति, किं नेति? अत एव एकं द्विकं त्रिकं च अथ चतुष्कं पञ्चकं तथा. This is I am going to give the verse from Vaiyakarana Bhushanam. Some people said jati will do, because without dravyam jati cannot be there, isn't it? And then lingam. You may ask tatra avyayam vartate, avyay shabdah tatra vartate, tasya lingam bhavati va iti prichet kaschana, isn't it? But Atharvaveda says सदृशं त्रिषु सर्वासु च विभक्तिषु वचनेषु च सर्वेषु यत् न व्येति तदव्ययम्. वस्तुतः किं भवति जानाति वा भवती सुप्तिङन्तं पदमिति
आम्
सुबन्तं तिङन्तं च पदं भवति तत्र अव्ययादाप् सुपः इति पाणिनिना उक्तम् अव्ययादपि सुप्रत्ययः यद्यपि विधीयते किन्तु तस्य लोपः भवति इत्यर्थः यदा सुबन्तत्वं वर्तते तर्हि विभक्तिं तत्त्वं सर्वा अपि विभक्तयः आगमिष्यन्ति किल सामान्यतः पुंलिङ्गः क्रियते पुंलिङ्गेन सामान्यतः निर्देशः क्रियते येन केनापि लिङ्गेन करणीयं किल तस्मात् तत्र लोपः भवति सुबित्यस्य नाम सुबर्थः कः इति चर्चा भवति तत्र अशोकवनिकान्यायः वर्तते किल जानाति वा भवती
न वर्यः अहं न जानामि
नहीं वेर रावण प्लेस सीता
अशोकवाटिका
वै अशोकवाटिकायां वै नाट वटवाटिकायां अंडर banyan tree okay let us ask Ravana to shift Sita to banyan tree but someone came and said actually in Ayurveda it is good if the wind is coming from through neem tree good for health so let us ask Ravana to shift her to just like a football Ravana goes on shifting because someone comes and says something then he will change it so why question is why Ravana placed Sita under Ashokavana and Ashokavraksha what is the answer
yes
because
कुत्रापि तत्र तेन निक्षेपितव्यम् आसीत् तत्र
यत्र कुत्रापि निक्षेप्तव्या you cannot just be left under scorching sun यत्र कुत्रापि तां त्यक्त्वा सः गन्तुं नेच्छति स्म औचित्यमपि नास्ति तत्र तस्मात् समीपे अशोकवृक्षः दृष्टः अशोकवनं वा तत्र निक्षिप्तः एवमेव यत्किञ्चिदपि लिङ्गं तत्र आनेतव्यं किल तस्मात् सामान्यरूपेण अव्ययेभ्योऽपि धातूनां विषये किं भविष्यति तदेव अत्र उच्यते सुपां कर्मादयोऽप्यर्थाः संख्या चैव तथा तिङाम् what did you discuss kriya eka this you discussed but then what about pachataha pachanti dvivachan bahuvachanani that is nothing but the reflection of the sadhanam sadhanam is in dvivachanam so kriya in dvivachanam sadhanam is bahuvachanam so kriya also in bahuvachanam actually kriya is one and only one but कर्तरि प्रयोगः कर्मणि प्रयोगः इत्यादि रूपेण तत्र कर्माद्यर्थाः अपि द्योच्यन्ते वचनमपि द्योच्यते स्वपां कर्मादयः अपि अर्थाः तिङामपि संख्या अपि अर्थः तिङामपि एवमेव कर्मादयः संख्या च अर्थः दिस इज डिस्कस्ड वार्तिकमन्त्र सार्वधातुक एकं थर्ड अध्याय एनी डाउट्स इन दिस घट्ट
महोदय भवता उक्तं यदा कारकमपि प्रातिपदिकस्य अन्यतमः अर्थः
तर्हि विभक्त्या किं क्रियते
द्योतनं क्रियते इति
द्योतकत्वं धर्मः तदा इति वदामः
अन्यस्मिन् पक्षे
वाचिकत्वमेव
न तस्मिन् पक्षे विभक्तेः कः अर्थः
विभज्यते प्रातिपदिकार्थः अनया इति विभक्तिः
ओ तस्मिन् पक्षे प्रातिपदिकमेव अर्थः
प्रातिपदिकस्यैव कारकमपि अर्थः यदि नार्थः इति चेत् तर्हि वाचिकत्वमेव यदि अर्थः स्यात् तर्हि द्योतकत्वं विपूर्वक भजसेवायां स्त्रियां तिन् भावे विभक्तिः इति शब्दः चोक्कुः पदस्य जकारस्य विभक्तिः भविष्यति किल
एवम्
आचार्य अत्र एक मम सन्देहः उत्पद्यते केवलं यदि वयं शब्दं स्वीकुर्मः तर्हि तस्य विना क्रियापदेन सह सम्बन्धं त्यक्त्वा तस्य कारकं कुतः भवति यतोहि रामेण इति पदम् अहं स्वीकरोमि चेत् अहं पश्यामि चेत् तत्र कर्तृत्वमस्ति वा तत्र रामेण क्रियते इत्यनेन कर्ता कारकमस्ति वा अथवा करणकारकमस्ति वा इति कथं जानीमः केवलं शब्दं स्वीकृत्य विना
प्रयोजनं व्याकरणं. See, given an example, then only you can discuss. रामेण क्रियते इति प्रयोगो वा तत्र रामः कर्तृशक्त्या कर्म करोति वा करणशक्त्या कर्म करोति वा?
तदेव तर्हि केवलं शब्दम् एकमेव शब्दं यदि अहं स्वीकरोमि
नहीं तथा स्वीकर्तुं न शक्यते. इदानीम् अग्रे स्पष्टं भविष्यति.
सः एव मम भ्रमः. तर्हि
that I have given a clear this thing quotation from shlokas from Bhaktipadiyam. Yat padam chiritakriyam. See, in English also you can give examples. I said door. What does it mean? तस्य को वार्थः कवाटः इत्युक्तं मया.
Acharya, if we say even if we say door, in the way in Sanskrit if we say Ramah asti iti arthah bhavati. Door is there.
See, in a classroom, some student entered the class. Let me give you clearly. I said the door. What does it mean?
Open that.
Suppose it is open. What does it mean?
It means close that.
तस्मात् विना क्रियापदं केवलं साधनस्य प्रयोगः एव न भविष्यति. That we are going to study today only. If I complete these things, Punarjanma, etc., then those things will come.
Yes.
Similarly, pachati. Because kriyayaha sadhanakanksha, sadhanasya kriyakanksha avashyam bhavati. Isn't it? We have to take it in the proper this thing. Otherwise, if we are without a sentence, kevalam ramena, akanksha kasyana prakshyati. Ramena किं क्रियते? रामेण वाली हतः. ओहो, तर्हि कर्ता रामः. रामेण अन्नं पच्यते. तत्रापि कर्ता. परशुना छिनत्ति. अत्र कर्तृकर्मयोः तृतीया इति किल सुपाणिसूत्रं. तर्हि करणं भवति. यावत् विवेक्तुं शक्यते. It is very easy to understand. Okay, that's why such questions should not recur. Once you start Karaka Prakaranam, fat it will be going. That's why I am explaining all these things. And whatever question you ask, that is already included. We are going to quote from Vakyapadiyam. Okay?
Yes.
Spashtam va?
Evam.
So, therefore, in the last class, we discussed one or two things. That is, Punarjanma is there. Actually, Siddhanta is that Pratibha Vakyartha is the Siddhanta. Vakyartha means Pratibha. What is this Pratibha? Pratibha is achieved from the earlier Janma. It is a kind of Shakti. When you mix up some tamarind and what is called jaggery, etc., and leave it overnight, early in the morning, they will get Madaka Shakti. Isn't it? How are they getting? Just that is the thing. Naturally, they are getting. They will get. Similarly, some birds, I mean, the fish know how to swim. Who taught them? Who trained them? And once Vasantakala enters, it changes its kantha to Panchamaswara. Cuckoo. Who taught it? So, Bhartrihari explains, go up, Sai Krishna, up. Yes. So, from Janmantara, the Pratibha is achieved. So, Anadi, Pratibha is Anadi. In Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, we have to accept 6 Anadi, Shadasma, Kamanadaya. Like that in Vyakarana also, which closely follows Advaita Siddhanta, he says, Pratibha is there. Yatha Dravya Visheshanam Paripakairayatnayaha madadishaktayo drushtaha pratibhaha tadvatam tatha. See, yatha dravya visheshanam, some jaggery, tamarind, etc., certain things, you mix up and leave it. Paripaka will be there. Paripaka change. Ayatnajaha, you are not going to put in any effort to see that those substances, that stuff will get this kind of Shakti or that kind. So, Madadi Shaktayaha, to next day if you consume that, you will get a kind of excitement type of Mada Shakti you are getting. How are you getting? You did not put in any effort. You simply left it, but you got the Shakti. How? Similarly, the animals or birds or people, okay, will get Pratibha without any effort. Pratibha is to be explained actually. There are 6 kinds of Shabdas and 18 kinds of Arthas. If time permits, we will discuss. Okay. Shastram is too vast at once. So, yeah, Dravya Visheshanam, certain items, certain things. Okay. Paripakaihi yatha ayatmajaha madadi shaktayaha bhavanti drashtaha. They are seen, that means Pratyaksha Pramana. In day-to-day life, you look at it. We add some curd to what is this milk. What Ayurveda says, if you take milk, ksherancha jevaniyanam घृतेन वर्धते बुद्धिः क्षीरेण आयुष्यवर्धनम् शाकेन वर्धते व्याधिः मांसं मांसेन वर्धते. So kshiram, if you take, that has got certain kind of Shakti. When you take dadhi, it has got a different kind of Shakti. Easily digestible milk. Difficult to digest dadhi. That's why it says naktam dadhina bhunjita naktam avyayam. One should not consume dadhi during night time. That means automatically the Shakti is changed. Similarly, due to Pratibha, what are the examples? Swara vrittim vikurute madhau punsko kilasya kaha. Kaha vigurute punsko kilasya madhau vasantakal madhu. Who is doing it? Vikurute, vikara, changing to Panchamaswara. Who is doing that? Jantvadaya kolayadi karane kena shikshitaha. Jantvadaya. Take any bird, mostly cobweb. It is building up its kolaya, etc., nest, etc. They are building. Who trained them? Question.
Kulaya means cobweb.
Kolaya means?
What does it mean, Mahodaya?
Nest.
Nest. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who trained them? And ahara pritya padvesha palavanadi kriya sukha jatyanvaya prasiddhasu prayokta mragapakshinam. Ahara. Cow is an ahara of tiger. Preeti. A dog does not leave its master. Apadvesha. Between you take any two these things, jantus, which have got dvesha parasparam. How? In Yoga Anushasana. What is ahimsa? Anybody? What is ahimsa?
Himsa rahityam va?
What?
Himsa rahityam va?
Ahimsa, rahityam, non-violence, etc. people give. But let us take the top level definition by Patanjali in Yoga Anushasana. Ahimsa pratisthayam vairatyagaha.
Tat sannidhau vairatyagaha.
Ahimsa pratisthayam, if you want to claim that you are following ahimsa, what is that? Tat sannidhau, when both of them are there, a cat and rat, for example, in your sannidhi, vairatyagaha, they won't fight with each other. That is ahimsa.
आचार्यः
हा
प्रश्नः अस्ति पूर्वजन्म भवतु वा न भवतु प्रतिभा भवतु वा न भवतु अस्मिन् प्रसङ्गे एतयोः का प्रासङ्गिकता इति मम प्रश्नः।
कथं वा वाक्यार्थः शब्दस्य अर्थः ज्ञायते? राज्ञः पुरुषः इति द्वे पदे राज्ञः इति शब्दः वर्तते, पुरुषः इत्यपि वर्तते। यदा राज्ञः पुरुषः इत्युच्यते तदा आधिक्यं वाक्यार्थः राजसम्बन्धी यः पुरुषः इति आधिक्यम् अर्थस्य ज्ञायते।
किन्तु पूर्वजन्मना वा
कथम् अवगन्तुं शक्यते? जनेन कथम् अवगन्तुं शक्यते?
जन्मना कः सम्बन्धः इति?
नहीं जन्मनैव प्राप्यते एषा शक्तिः, एषा प्रतिभा जन्मत एव आगच्छति। नो चेत् कथं वा एकः जनः अवगन्तुं शक्नोति? बालकः वर्तते, तस्मै उपदिश्यते किमिति? गाम् आनया गां नया इत्यादिकं, रामः रामो रामाः इत्यादिकम् उच्यते, साधनमिति क्रिया इत्यादिकमपि उपदिश्यते। सः अवगन्तुं शक्नोति। अवगमनं कथं वा सम्भवति? किं वा तत्र बीजं कारणं? What is the entity that is facilitating a person to understand a vakyartha? Is it clear? That is pratibha. What is it? He says the apadvesha plavana. Plavana is floating. The fish are swimming, and a big rhinoceros etc. are also crossing the waters. Plavana, etc. kriyas are there. So these kriyas are related to, some of them to jati, some of them to anvaya, some etc. and so on. Prayokta kaha mragapakshinam. Do not take only human beings. Take animals. Take birds. Who trained them? How are they able to get that kind of capacity or potentiality, whatever you call it? Understand? So vakyartha avagavana samaye esha yachya. Tathaiva pratibha manushyanam manasi mastishke bhavati. कथं वा प्राप्यते इति चेत् पूर्वजन्म संस्कारादेव, तथा अनादिर्वर्तते प्रतिभा।
महोदय, तर्हि प्रतिभा इति पदार्थः ज्ञानरूपः इति वक्तुं शक्यते वा?
सामान्यतः ज्ञानरूपम् इत्येव ज्ञानरूप इत्येव वक्तुं शक्यते। स्पष्टतया इदमित्थम् इति वक्तुं कष्टतरं भविष्यति, किन्तु काचन शक्तिः, ज्ञानम् इत्यस्मादपि काचन शक्तिः वर्तते। किमिति चेत् ज्योतिषशास्त्रं स्वीकुर्वन्तु। पूर्वजन्मकर्मवशात् द्वितीयस्थानं वाक्स्थानं, तत्र वाक्स्थानं तावत् दुष्टम् अभवत्, अर्थात् पापग्रहाः तत्र सन्ति, एवं किल? तर्हि सः वक्तुं न शक्नोति, किमपि भाषितुं न शक्नोति, एवं किल? अर्थात् सः मूकः सञ्जातः। तस्मात् पूर्वजन्मकर्मवशात् एते बहवः विशेषाः ज्योतिषशास्त्रे उक्ताः। तस्मात् छान्दोग्योपनिषत् तदेव उच्यते किल, पुण्यकर्मणः एवं भवति, पापकर्मणः एवं भवति इति उपनिषत्सु उच्यते किल। तस्मात् उपलक्षणं, दिस् इस् आल्रेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड, गो अप। एनी डाउट्स इन दिस पुनर्जन्म?
Acharya, what is vairam?
वैरशत्रुत्वं.
Then if I kill an animal to eat, I might not have any vairam with the animal, so that I will do such kind of ahimsa.
No, not like that. Very big this. See, what happens is, jivo jivasya bhojanam. Someone was quoting me, I told him, don't take it, because mansam mansena vartate. If you want more and more energy, or what you call this thing, six pack, etc., then you have to consume mansam. Otherwise, it is better to go for shakahara. Ahara means in Loka, except India, and ahara means mansahara only. But you are killing and eating. Vishwamitra was killing a dog and eating. To keep up your just prana, okay, to be alive, then you may eat. Otherwise, one should not kill. Mahisyat sarva bhutani. Vedam.
Not like that. If in the present situation, in the present world, if eating non-veg, I mean, not just I'm taking an example. If I beat someone, I might not take an example of this killing an animal. Just because I like eating mamsam or non-veg, I'm killing it not because of Vairam. Even this is we can't quote this as ahimsa.
Not like that. Not hinsa. That is dharma again. Right? The problem. See, Manusmriti second adhyaya says, Namam sabhakshane dosha namadye najamaithune pravuttiresha bhutanam nivrittistu mahaphala. So you need not encourage anybody. By nature, they go and consume mamsa, madhyam, and maithunam. That is sexual thing. So, okay. But if you resist, if you just keep them away, there is mahaphala. I was asked to give a lecture in Usmania University some 20 years ago. So I was talking about different things and said these people think that those who consume non-vegetarian, non-veg are sinners, and those who consume vegetables are punyatmanaha. I said, no, this is wrong. Who said it? That's why Parvati was given the name Aparna. Parnamyapina bhakshayati. She doesn't pluck even a single parna from the tree. Okay? To kill her hunger. That means whatever falls on the floor, that only she was consuming. Only fruits and... Okay? So, generally speaking, one should not consume it, is not advisable. Okay? But if wants to consume, consuming means ajnanat. Nowadays, these people have come, vegan, what is that? Vegetarian groups, etc., etc.
Vegans.
World.
Vegan.
Oh, vegan. If they come to see, if they notice any factory producing mamsa, then they will throw bombs. Manasika samasya is they do not have control over it. That means you see them in extremes. Tell me.
And hunting for fun, is it?
Those things should not be. Yeah, that is in Dharmashastra for kings also. That is also actually not good. In Shakuntalam, he talks about this hunting, etc. No, actually, because a dog is pavitram only during hunting. Otherwise, it is apavitram. These people are putting this channel. Corona only will come. What else will come if you just touch everything you can do? If you touch a dog, you have to take bath, replace the yajnaopatam, etc. We are very strict. So anyway, people are doing due to ajnana.
Is it ahimsa?
No, don't bring everything into ahimsa. And one thing, this is discussed in Paspashandika Mahabhashyam. So Patanjali there says, ajnanat, if anything is done, okay, then it is not himsa.
Then we can consider every ahimsa as ajnanat.
No, how? If you want to consider, I can't help it. A Nastika says there is nothing except Pratyaksha Pramana. What can I do? Okay. Just one suggestion, don't think otherwise. Never keep the fingers in the mouth, etc. I used to ask my MS students to take bath and come back. Once you...
Yes, sir.
Napanipada Chapalaha, Manusmriti. Panipada Chapalya should not be there. Okay? Now tell me. Is your question answered? Still go ahead.
Oh, yes.
No. It is, see, dharma, pratyaksha dharmanaha. It is clearly stated in Vyakaranam and Niruktam. Who, Rishayaha, Babhuvuhu, Risha Aparoksha Darshane. Whatever they said is dharma. And we are not here to decide dharma. We do not have that kind of capacity or that yogyata. To be frank, isn't it? Let us confess. What is there?
Yes.
What? You still have some doubts, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I want still more clarification of ahimsa, of word ahimsa.
Ahimsa paramo dharma Mahabharatam. Shanti.
And I mean, I want explanation. I mean, not now.
Because
manasa vacha karmana, you should not hurt anybody. Yes. Study Yagam Shasana.
Yes.
Babaji, I was explaining something. Please go ahead.
I think he was only thinking that you said that Vairtyaga is a hinsa, but actually now is the right thing you said, that to hurt somebody by mind, speech, or body, that is himsa. So even if you are killing someone for eating, you are giving pain to that animal. That is himsa. You may not have a vaira, but you are still troubling the animal. So now Acharya said that himsa.
Yeah. Even if I don't have any vairam towards that, I might hurt that thing.
Yes. That
Yeah.
is.
Sorry, Babaji, cross to cross. You do one thing. You are going from this way, no? Come that way. For eating, you are killing, no? What about that Jentu? Jentu is suffering a lot.
Yes.
So when you pluck a baingan, just a vartakam, etc., anything, that tree is also getting pain. That's why we say yadanhaat kurudeva bandadamhaat pratimukhyate yadratriyaat kurudeva bandadratriyaat pratimukhyate sanjhavanam.
Yes, sir.
Because committing suicide is a crime. Asuryanamate lokaha. Those people who consume poison, we are going to discuss Atmahatya in Karakam. Just wait. Chaitra is going to commit suicide. And Patanjali explains why, what is the problem. Keep it aside for some time. So, we won't leave anything. So, committing suicide is Asurya lokas, people will go. Darkest lokas, one will go. One should not commit suicide. That's why 309 Indian Penal Code. Leave it. But one has to live. So you will pluck these vegetables, etc., and eat, especially for more and more resistance. See, personal matters, but useful. I have asked 200 doctors how to get fever. Nobody answered. Even now I am asking them. I get cold once in 5 years. Cough once in 20 years. Just in my lifetime, one more time I may get cough. I do not believe someone said, are you going for injection? What is that? That is something Covax, Godavari, Ganga, something they said. I said, hey, I do not believe in all these things. I have traveled through red area from Gurugram to Hyderabad. When it is peak, nothing happened, nothing will happen. First of all, these people are generating a kind of fear in the minds of all the people. Fear is also one of the causes according to Ayurveda. I will have something, otherwise I may die. Those people to whom this doctor said you are going to die if you cannot do not get that kidney transplant, heart patient, etc., before COVID, throughout the year, now they are alive. How? Tell me. You are treating them as customers rather than patients. Your manas is not. If mind is clean, Panchabhutas will be clean. Mind is this thing, I mean, what you call it, too much of kalushya. Manas is full of kalushya. So, Bhumi is kalushita, Jalam kalushitam, Padarthaha kalushita, Agnihi, Akasha. Wherever you go, everything is kalushitam. Where can you escape? What do you think of this? Kalah pachati bhutani, Kalah samharati prajaha. Makuru dhana jana yovvana garvam harati nimeshatkala sarvam. That is Shankaracharya. I have this thing, I have that thing. Actually, this is due to lack of jnana, proper guru, property. You may earn, you may enjoy, you may help Parupakara Punyaya. Who can read the 18 Puranas? Ashtadashi Purananam saran samudhrutam Parupakara Punyaya Papaya Paraperanam. Vyadavyasa. So, you can do something. But you want more and more money, how much will you eat? After certain age, Adyate Ticha Bhutani, Tasmadanandadikhyata iti Taitriya Upanishad. Adyate, okay, annam is that which is being consumed, then what will happen? A person has to increase or improve, isn't it? After 40 or so, the same annam he is consuming. Atti, adabhakshane. It is eating away the consumer. That's why this is what is explained by Shadbhava Vekaraha. Jayate asti vardhate vipranamate. Avakshiyate venashyati. Why don't you prevent that? If you do not believe in all these things, okay, Baba, don't believe. Why don't you prevent it? Nobody answers these questions. So, unfortunate situation. Today, people, then they used to say, Korada Subramanian ji doesn't eat outside. That is heckling. Today say, Subramanian ji namaskar. Are? Wash your hands. What nonsense. Why should anybody say? Gurgling, Gandusha. After going to urinals 4 times. After toilet 12 times. After brushing 13 times. After meals 16 times one has to do Gandusha. Gandusha mathakurvita. How there will be any kind of order that will be offending others?
Gandush, what is Gandusha, Acharya?
Gandusha, taking water into the just leave it. Gurgling. I think you understand the same, whether it is Sanskrit or English.
Yes, sir.
Problem is there. Someone said Sangha Samskara and social reform are equally understood by Butsuma. In one. Okay. So what happens? Hands. I am not cleaning the hands so many times. And also with chemicals which are carcinogenic. You will get cancer if you apply those things time and again. So Shiti Shubhrata, we have been maintaining this since time immemorial. Then you are heckling. Today you are saying, no. Social distance. According to Paniniya Vyakarana, it is wrong. If it is social, no distance. If it is distance, no social. Who said? What is this nonsense? Sagrantha Virodha. Self-contradictory statements, self-contradictory shabdas. Huh? Do they know the nature of shabda? They are not trained just like you. Go ahead. Any more doubts? So don't think too much about hinsa, etc. Whatever is required, hitam bhunjyat, whichever is suitable to your body. Hitam bhunjyat, mitam bhunjyat. Na bhunjyat, amitam hitam. Okay. One person went to some seminar, one of the faculty members some time ago, and he had consumed too much of fish. So that the Uttarantam, whichever diaphragm is there, that went up and pressed the heart, died. What is this? Huh? What kind of control should be there on the mind? You may have Vidhivashat Praptena Santushyatam. You may have 1 rupee, 100, 1 lakh, 1 crore. Get satisfied. Asantushto dvijo nashtaha. Santushta eva parthivaha. Salajja ganikala nashta. Nirlajja chakulangana. Without santosha, anything more? If you go on lecturing like that, this Puranas, Vedas, everything will come except kArakam. Okay? Okay? Because you are mixing up Dharma Shastra, Yoga, this, that, and all that. Huh? Any more doubts, Lakshmi Devi?
లేదండి
आचार्यः विषयः यः को वा भवतु अस्माकम् उदरं तु पूर्णं भवति भवतः उपन्यासस्य श्रवणेन
धन्योस्मि
सत्यं सत्यं महदानन्दः एव
तथापि एकः अभ्यर्थना अस्ति यदि भवान् किञ्चित् संस्कृते एव वदति तर्हि अस्माकं श्रवणसंस्कारः भवेत् इति संस्कृतश्रवणसंस्कारः
अवश्यं किन्तु केचन जनाः तत्र संस्कृतम् अवगन्तुं न शक्नुवन्ति इत्युक्त्वा प्रायेण उच्यते तर्हि अहं करिष्यामि अधिकभागं संस्कृते एव वदिष्यामि
अनुग्रहीतोऽस्मि
तन्त्रशास्त्रग्रन्थेषु गुरवो बहवः सन्ति शिष्यवित्तापहारकाः दुर्लभोऽयं गुरुर्देवि शिष्यचित्तापहारकः शिष्यवित्तापहारकाः गुरवः बहवः सन्ति देवी पार्वती दुर्लभः दुःखेन लब्धुं शक्यः नास्ति इति न ब्रूमः we don't say it is not he is not available दुर्लभः means difficult to get not impossible अलभ्यः इति न ब्रूमः किन्तु दुर्लभः इति ब्रूमः कः शिष्यचित्तापहारकः one who can steal the minds of तत्र भवति किं बाबाजी भवता लिख्यते वा you are noting down ना should I repeat
आमां कृपया
गुरवो बहवः सन्ति गुरवो बहवः सन्ति शिष्यवित्तापहारकाः गुरवो बहवः सन्ति शिष्यवित्तापहारकाः द्वितीयः पादः दुर्लभोऽयं गुरुर्देवी Durlabhoyam Gurudevi Shishya Chittapaharakaha.
शिवेन पार्वतीं प्रति उक्तं वा इदं?
तत्र किं भविष्यति तन्त्रग्रन्थेषु प्रायेण शिवशक्त्या युक्तः इत्यादि वर्तते किल तत्र।
आमां
तस्मात् शक्तिर्नाम पार्वती एव चक्रो नाम शिव एव इत्यादि रूपेण शैव आगमाः तन्त्राणि वर्तन्ते किल।
एवमेव
तेषु तन्त्रग्रन्थेषु एवमेव उच्यते। शङ्कराचार्येणापि एवमेव उक्तम् इति तैरुच्यते।
महोदय तथैव असन्तुष्टो द्विजो नष्टः
सन्तुष्ट इव पार्थिवः असन्तुष्टो द्विजो नष्टः सन्तुष्ट इव पार्थिवः सलज्जा गणिका नष्टा द्वितीयः पादः सलज्जा गणिका नष्टा निर्लज्जा च कुलाङ्गना सलज्जा गणिका नष्टा निर्लज्जा च कुलाङ्गना। द्वे जन्मनि यस्य सः द्विजः दंत विप्रांडजा द्विजाः। द्विजा मीन्स दंत विप्र ब्राह्मण अंडजा पक्षी. Isn't it? They will have two janmas.
Danta
Danta viprandajah. Danta means teeth.
Teeth.
They will go and come back again. Come no. So danta is called dvija. Vipra means a brahmana who learnt Veda. First life, first janma by Pita Mata, and Dvitiya janma Acharya will be there, and Gayatri Mata. Upanayam. असंतुष्टः द्विजः ब्राह्मणः नष्टः is lost. असंतुष्टः द्विजः a brahmana who is without satisfaction is gone. Santushta eva parthivaha, a raja, a king, okay, if he is satisfied with everything, the other king may come and occupy his land. Santushta eva parthivaha, parthivaha yadi santushtaha chet tarhi nashtaha. Salajja ganika nashta, ganika veshyangana, yadi veshyanganayaha lajja bhavati tarhi nashta. She cannot earn. Nirlajja cha kulangana, a kulastri without lajja, without shy, is also lost. A veshyangana should not have lajja. Kulangana yascha tavat lajja avashyaki. Spashtam va?
Amacharya.
असंतुष्टो द्विजो नष्टः संतुष्ट इव पार्थिवः सलज्जा गणिका नष्टा निर्लज्जा च कुलांगना. Just note down one thing. पुस्तकस्था च या विद्या. Note down this is, you may quote, पुस्तकस्था च या विद्या. I think I have already given. No.
In the previous course.
Previous course, this is another problem. In which course what I taught, I am forgetting. Okay, please note down. Pustakastha cha ya vidya. Pustakastha cha ya vidya. Parahaste cha yadhanam. Parahaste cha yadhanam. Dvitiya padaha. कार्यकाले समायाते. कार्यकाले समायाते न सा विद्या न तद्धनम. पुस्तकस्था च या विद्या परहस्ते च यद्धनम कार्यकाले समायाते न सा विद्या न तद्धनम. So पुस्तकस्था च या विद्या, knowledge, I will refer to that and tell you tomorrow. Generally, this kind of culture, Okay, in books, knowledge is there, but it is there in books. Parahaste chayadhanam. My 1 lakh rupees mine only, but it is there in his pocket. Karya kale samayate. When the time and tide arrive, karyasya kalaha yada samprapyate tada nasa vidya. That is not vidya. Natadhanam. Not this is dhanam. So things should be on the tip of the tongue. Sriharsha says in Naishadhi Charitam, Amushya Vidya, Amushya Vidya Rasalagra Nartaki. Someone quoted this in some 15 years ago in Ahmedabad. Then there was some conference, Dwarka, Gujarat. So Subramanianji, Amushya Vidya Rasanagra Nartaki. Rasanagra on the tip of the tongue, Nartaki, dancing. What is that? Is Vidya. So use it to be like that. Nowadays, people do not have jignasa, nor the capacity to, because they don't consume ghrutam. Ghritena vardhate buddhi. They have their own problems. Everybody is a doctor. So any more doubts?
Acharya, apramapi slokam bhavtauditam hitam bhunjyat mitam bhunjyat.
Hitam bhunjyat, mitam bhunjyat. Hitam bhunjyat, mitam bhunjyat. Hitam bhunjyat, mitam bhunjyat, na bhunjyat, amitam hitam. I will forward these 3 or 4 fundamentals of hygiene. 3 or 4 I have given in BVP. There are many good things, useful even against corona. Those things I will forward. Okay, hitam bhunjyat, mitam bhunjyat, na bhunjyat, amitam hitam. Ayurveda discusses hitahite, sukhadukhe hitahite. Sukhadukhe hitahite. That is what is discussed in Ayurveda. Which padartha you eat, you will get sukham. Which padartha will cause dukkham, like that. Those Babaji, those, I have put on BVP, 3 or 4 fundamentals of health and hygiene, 4 postings, 3 or 4.
Okay.
Actually, they were taken far away. Many people asked in their colleges to follow those things, including this Gandusha, etc. Those I will just forward to all of you. Because for to children, etc., it is the best. We don't have medical bills. Most of the people are spending lakhs of rupees in the houses. What to say? What is it? Naprushtaha kaschachit bruyat. Naprushtaha, without being asked, kaschachit bruyat. You should not tell anything, although you are a scholar. I will send that verse also. Naprushtaha kaschachit bruyat. Aprushtaha, if you are not requested, if you are not asked for, tada kasyajit kasyapi nakinchit bruyat. Because those people may have asuya, those people may just maybe grinning behind you. Anything may happen. So unless and until, that's why Upanishad says, Gurumeva abhigachet. Darbha pavitra panikusha. Samitpanihi Gurumeva abhigachet. Yes. Something like the Upanishad. Anyway, so any doubts? I think most of the time is spent on different issues, but these things are very useful and required day-to-day life. Because our sampradaya is that without pramana, quoting pramana, you can't say anything. However great a scholar you may be, this has to be followed, isn't it? To train children, to tell people, hitaishi. Otherwise, it is better. Note down one more thing. It is good from Hitopadesha. Hitaishinah santi nate manishinah. Hitaishinah santi nate manishinah. Manishinah santi nate hitaishinah. Manishinah santi nate hitaishinah. हितैषिणः सन्ति न ते मनीषिणः मनीषिणः सन्ति न ते हितैषिणः सुहृच्च विद्वानपि सुहृच्च विद्वानपि दुर्लभो नृणाम् सुहृच्च विद्वानपि दुर्लभो नृणाम् यथौषधं स्वादुहितं च दुर्लभम् यथौषधं स्वादुहितं च दुर्लभम् हितैषिणः सन्ति न ते मनीषिणः मनीषिणः सन्ति न ते हितैषिणः सुहृच्च विद्वानपि दुर्लभो नृणाम् यथौषधं स्वादुहितं च दुर्लभम् अर्थान्तरन्यासालङ्कारः हितैषिणः सन्ति very well-wishers are there न ते मनीषिणः they are not scholars मनीषिणः सन्ति there are scholars न ते हितैषिणः they are not my well-wishers सुहृच्च विद्वानपि दुर्लभो नृणाम् we do not say totally unavailable impossible सर्वथा न प्राप्तुं शक्नोति एतादृशः जनः इति न वदामः किन्तु नृणां जनानां सुहृत् विद्वान् both a well-wisher and a scholar such a person दुर्लभः difficult to get
महोदय अत्र यथा इति उपमावाचकशब्दस्य सत्वात् अर्थान्तरन्यासः कथं भवति
अन्ते यथौषधं स्वादुहितं च दुर्लभम् इत्युच्यते किल सामान्यरूपेण सामान्येन विशेष संवत्सररूपः अर्थान्तरन्यासालङ्कारः
तत्र उपमावाचकशब्दसत्त्वेपि
सत्त्वेपि इति इतरे विषये तत्र पौर्णोपमा इति वर्तते किल उपमानम् उपमेयः उपमानं समानधर्मः उपमावाचकः इति शब्दः वर्तन्ते किल चत्वारः
सत्यं
एक्चुअली अयं विषयः तत्र उक्तः किमिति अप्पय्यदीक्षितेन उक्तः उपमयिका शैलूषी शैलूषी मीन्स् नटः an actor he just goes on changing the dress costume and there are no so many alankaras 550 alankaras some people made it who can study and who can keep in mind is it a joke or what sometimes Telugu is coming out of me so यथौषधं स्वादुहितं च दुर्लभम् you take medicine okay it is bitter good but bitter good and swadu I mean sweet do you get such a medicine difficult suhrt he uses
homeopathy
actually the homeopathy may not be useful in curing all the things. Hahnemann was doing certain experiments. Okay, to some extent it may do, but not every. In that also, you are going to mix mother tincture. Anyway, so now what happens? Suhrit. Suhrit means what is the difference between Suhrit and Mitram? Suhrit and 6th Adhyaya Bhagavad Gita commentary Shankaracharya says Tachyupakaram vina without expecting anything in return. Tachyupakaram vina yaha upakaroti saha suhrit. What if I help him? What for me? What will I get by that? In what way you are going to return this favor? Something like that. Without that kind of thinking, evam yatha na sarvatha vanchati sarvatha manyate saha suhrit. अयं च भेदः सुहृत् मित्रशब्दयोर्मध्ये तर्हि संशयाः सन्ति चेत् सर्वे आगच्छन्तु एनी डाउट्स् ओम नमः पाणिनिवाच्यायनोर्निलविशेषशब्द विद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो अंशेभ्यः परमहंसभ्यो महद्भ्यो गुरुभ्यः
WhatsApp audio
सॉरी
नमः नमः
धन्यवादः